But we must continue to urgently stand with Israel and recognize that Israel has a unique place in the world as a Jewish and democratic state and a homeland for the Jewish people. The only one that exists in a very dangerous world in the context of centuries of the Jewish people being ejected from countries, subjected to pain and persecution and pogroms, and of course, the horrors of the Holocaust, an unthinkable crime against humanity. And then the challenges that the only Jewish state in the world faces now and has faced for the last 75 years. So, of course, we have to view the urgent need to stand with Israel through that very significant historical lens. We also need to make sure that we evaluate the importance of standing with Ukraine through the lens of brutal aggression in Europe and what that can lead to, as we saw horrifically in World War I and World War II, where tens of millions of people across the globe lost their lives, which is why we need to make sure that Ukraine is successful and that we can end the conflict there without an escalatory war that involves Western Europe, NATO, and if NATO is involved, by necessity, consistent with our Article 5 obligations, the United States of America. And so these are complex foreign policy issues that many of my Republican colleagues try to simplify. And you cannot simplify the dynamics of a very dangerous world. You can simplify some basic principles that we should continue to stand with our friends and allies in the Middle East, in Eastern Europe, and in the Indo-Pacific, consistent with the request that President Biden has submitted to the Congress, and we should consider that request in a bipartisan way for the good of America's national security interests and for the good of the world.